the electronic states of metalloproteins with integer spin system, the reaction intermediates of metal enzymes, biological organometallic center. With this brief introduction, I once again welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Srishti. 3 Ds, dedication, devotion and determination makes a man successful person. Now I call upon Brahmi Patil to introduce success story of Dr. P.M. Guru Basavara Sir, Associate Professor, Rani Chennamma University, to our students.
A warm good morning, one and all present here, the dignitaries honored of the dais. I feel it's my honor and privilege to introduce today Dr. P.M. Guru Basavaraj Sir to the August gathering. Sir has completed his MSc and MPhil degree from Gulbarga University and obtained his PhD degree from George August University, Germany, under the supervision of well-known organometallic pioneer Professor Herbert W. Royski. After his PhD, Sir has been selected for prestigious Japan Society Promotion of Science JSPS Fellowship, and he completed the fellowship successfully working at Nara Institute of Science and Technology, Japan. Later, Sir worked at the University of Rochester, USA with NIH-sponsored project. Returning to India, Sir joined NIT Surathkal as assistant lecturer and as a team leader at Chemogenesis Research and Development Center, Hubli. And Sir joined Rani Chennamma University in 2016. In 2015-16, Sir was selected for Indian government-sponsored Raman Fellowship for postdoctoral research for Indian scholars in Northern Illinois University, Chicago, USA. And he is the first member from Rani Chennamma University to get Raman Fellowship. In 2022, Sir has been selected for JSPS Bridge Fellowship from Japan government, and he visited Department of Applied Biochemistry and Food Science Faculty of Agriculture, Saga University, Japan. Sir has many awards and honors to its credits, to name a few: UGC Net Leadership Award 2000, Stipendium from George August University, Germany, JSPS Postdoctoral Fellowship from Japan 2008, Raman Visiting Fellowship from India 2015, Young Scientist Award 2000, Appreciation Award 2016, Appreciation Letters from Japan Government 2018 and 2019. Recently, he has received India Japan Collaboration Project DST JSPS with Saga University. Sir is a life member and General Secretary, West Chapter of Indian JSPS Alumni Association, IJAA. Sir is a member of International EPR Society. Sir is an advisory editorial member for various journals, including Current Organocatalysis, Journal of Chemistry, etc. Sir has given more than 40 invited lectures at various international and national conferences, seminars, webinars, and universities. With this brief introduction, I once again welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Brahmi. We are convinced by the introduction of both the scientists that there is no substitute for hard work. I hope our students are motivated by the hard work of our chief guest and guest of honor. Equipped with 5 senses, man explores the universe around him and calls the adventure as science. Now I call upon Dr. P.M. Guru Basavara Sir, Associate Professor, Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi, to share his thoughts on this occasion.
Good morning, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais, Principal Sir, Kulkarni Sir, then the organizing committee. First of all, thank you for inviting me to talk about the Science Day. I can speak about chemistry for whole day, but when it comes to the public speaking, I am as good as any probably you can say, you should not say that uneducated politician, that how he speaks about. But this is a great occasion, especially particularly considering the science. And we were actually talking to my collaborator, and now I can call him as a friend because we collaborated more than 10 years since I was working on bioinorganic chemistry in Rochester, University of Rochester, and he was working with one of the biggest persons in the field, Professor Brian Hoffman from Northwestern University. So we collaborated from there, and this is a great occasion that actually he came to visit India on this occasion. Last year, remember that actually he arranged a seminar for us in Saga. So we gave the seminar on Saga University. As I told you before, the great occasion is particularly for the young faculty, young students I'm telling. This is, that as sir told, why we celebrate as a Science Day. It is I think it is around almost 110 years before, 1913-14. Raman, Sir C.V. Raman, was working on what we call it as a scattering of light. Then he actually proposed that what is now known as a Raman effect. So on this day, he published that paper in the journal, which accepted by the that world-known researchers at that time. So that is the reason we celebrate that he invented this Raman effect on this day. That is why we have the Science Day. I'll just go to that particularly for the young minds. Who was Raman? What is his life story? Have you heard about his life story, Sir C.V. Raman? C.V. Raman was from the Tamil Nadu, from a very rural area, just like you and me have come. The only thing that differentiated between Sir C.V. Raman and probably us is the curiosity to know the things. He had a tremendous curiosity to know the things. There are two great men who actually came through Tamil Nadu, who made a name for it forever, Ramanujan and Sir C.V. Raman. What is the difference between us and them? The curiosity that they had for the science, incomparable. When he was young, I think you read the story of Raman. He finished his high school in 11, when he was 11. He did masters when he's 16. He was joined as IFS, now we call it as Audit and Financial Committee. He got a very good job. I heard that it was that time they were paying 1,000 rupees. Now it will like 25 lakhs per annum, per month. With that job, probably we would have actually built houses, fancy cars, fancy dresses, probably have the social status that people actually appreciate. He rejected all of them. Why? Because he always believed that he has something in that he can understand the nature better. Imagine that is the 1913, I'm talking about the 1913. His curiosity, particularly when he visited the Europe, that is the first way he actually came across what is called light, scattering of light. The first question that popped up in his mind was, why sky is blue? Why sky is blue? See, we don't care, right? We take everything as granted. It's a very simple question. Why sky is blue? Just like Newton did not thought about that, why everything falls down. Before 1796, nobody thought that why it falls down. Because why? These great minds have always tried to understand the nature. They did not care about the social status or the positions or the what we call it as actually we judge students on the basis of marks, right? Oh, she got that much, she got this much. They did not care about these things. Only they care about is that how can I understand the nature. So that is the first time he came across what is diffraction of light. In the diffraction of light, then he tried to find out that why sky is blue. Then he came to know that when the light passed, very simple concept. Now we can see that why the Raman was given Nobel Prize. It's very simple concept. When the light passes through something, either it is a liquid or the gas or the solid, it's wavelength. Now it's not a big deal. 1930 wasn't a big deal. He just said that, okay, when the light passes through some medium, that scattering happens. That scattering is due to the change in the wavelength. That actually led to the what we call it as a Raman effect, and eventually it led to the what we call it as a Raman spectroscopy. This is the spectroscopy, the only spectroscopy named after scientist, after mass spectroscopy. We have NMR, we have other spectroscopies called IR spectroscopy, UV spectroscopy, but this is the only spectroscopy that was named after Raman spectroscopy, because of his immense. Remember, in 1913 was the golden era for science. Golden era. Who were not there? The great Einstein was there. Niels Bohr was there. Max Planck was there. Oppenheimer was there. Who else? Richard Feynman was there. Take the names of any great scientist at that time, that when there was no facilities available in 1913s, Raman actually invented what is called Raman effect by just doing a small experiments in the laboratory. I told you the story of him. He left that job, that what IFS job, what we call it as now, it's like, I think it's equivalent to the DC, district commissioner. Probably that is a state commissioner, something like that. He left that job to pursue his curiosity, pursue his, the desire to understand the nature. He wrote to the vice chancellor of Calcutta University, I want to do some research in your laboratory. Can you allow me? Now to come to university, to become a university professor, we need, I have PhD from this, PhD that, I have this much, that much. Then, okay, after that we have to go through the rigorous, then you get the PhD professor job in university. But at that time, the vice chancellor said that I will allow you to do, definitely, but I can't give the facilities. He said that I don't need facilities, you give me one room with one small facilities that I have built on my own. I will actually, on that basis, I will work on that. So he was allowed. And he worked with sound waves. Which sound waves? Veena, guitar, these sound waves. He took those sound waves to test that how it actually transfers through the vacuum, through the air, through the other mediums, how it actually goes through that. That was the passion he had. Then eventually he left the job of that government job. Then he actually became a dedicated scientist after this invention of Raman effect. So I read the story about him, that he wrote to the Niels Bohr, can you recommend me for Nobel Prize? He wrote a letter to Niels Bohr, one of the greatest scientists, atomic structure, I think you all know that. He wrote that, can you recommend me for Nobel Prize for inventing Raman effect? Niels Bohr replied, at that time there was no SMS, now we have everything. 1 minute it's gone, message. But at that time the letter actually reached Niels Bohr. Then Niels Bohr wrote me back, I have already recommended you, before you sent me the letter, I have already recommended your name. Remember, Raman was the only guy who got the Nobel Prize single. Everybody shared the Nobel Prize at that time. 1930, when he was awarded Nobel Prize, every great scientist were there. At that time, he actually got the Nobel Prize for singly. That was his achievement. So people who actually think about the facilities, need facilities. You don't need facilities. You just need a different thinking. You just need a curiosity to that. You need to understand the nature. And probably you said you want to succeed. That is enough. That is absolutely enough. I've been told that, thank you for the introduction. I've been told, you heard about my story. I'm a 55% guy. If you have any queries that, 55% by MSc. So I never actually gave the importance to the marks. That is actually what becomes the source for me, the strength because I actually went for the knowledge. The knowledge is most important than whatever getting the marks. If your knowledge does not compensate the marks you get, then there is no, that actually does not reflect on your particularly understanding of the subject. So having this story, particularly the Raman story, I keep on reading whenever I get down that we lack facilities. Of course, science has progressed from what has been in 1930 to what has been in 2024. We have so many answers, so many questions, new questions have come. That is what Professor Masaki is working on. He's trying to understand the proteins, particularly. These type of things have come. that actually helps to understand the cancer things, and then probably he will speak about his research work. So the point I'm saying that why can't these type of people like Raman, like Einstein, becomes our model to understand the nature, to become more success. See, he did not think about the success as well. They only thought about that try to understand the nature in the way that it works. So coming to the that is the core of the science, and our government has actually given the theme, a very nice theme, empowering Indian youth for global leadership. I think you might have already come across many times about the global leadership. Most of the global leadership is taken by Indians. It's not surprising, right? Talk about anything that actually any company, that great company that is working, wherever it is, whether it is in Europe or United States or the Western world, any Western world, if you take, most of the global leadership is coming from the India. So like Sundar Pichai is actually leading the Google. Satya Nadella is actually leading the Microsoft. United States, even airlines, has been led by an Indian. The internet was invented by an Indian. So it's not actually the thing. What is thing is that only thing that we need to get it is that dedication that we need to achieve that. The theme is actually to enter the global leadership, startups. Don't actually look for we are the world generation. My father wanted me to get a government job. I wanted to get a government job. Its government job is actually much more safer, right? But now sometimes I regret that I should have been somewhere else. The point is that particularly for the youngster, you should have actually invited my brother. He's actually owns a company in Hubli, pharmaceutical company. He's making pharmaceutical APIs, drug pharmaceuticals, and then to the clinical trial for the different companies. So he's actually a global leadership. So I teach the students, he give the job. So my younger brother is ahead of me in that case actually. He is a global leadership. So I was talking about him, that you should come to our university and then give the talk about the global leadership. He took challenge. He said that, brother, you are comfortable with government job, I am not comfortable with government job. The biggest problem for him, the same question he asks me, same question I am also asking to myself, is that what I will do after retirement. I look very healthy. I am healthy still. At 62, I still feel very young because I keep myself very young as well. I am 50, I'm almost 50. You say he's also almost 50. Look at him. Yeah, we are same age. We share the same year. So I was wondering what he will do after 65, because Japanese actually live around 90. We Indians have less time compared to that, because we have more other options. That Japan is much more clean country, much more disciplined country. We are not. Actually, while I was driving, he was always nervous. He was telling me, oh, this guy is coming like this, that guy is coming like this. I said that, please allow me to drive. Because obviously he doesn't understand what is chaos. See, it's actually laughable. In Japan, they follow the rules very, very strictly. In India, we follow the rules very strictly on the book. Right? So the rule comes, today we have to do this. Yes, we are very dedicated. In front of TV, we are dedicated. This is a very good rule, we should all follow. Not me, you should all follow. That guy says, not me, you should follow. So it applies to them, not us, because we are exceptions. So he was telling that they don't honk actually. Whenever I honk, he has to laugh. So because honking is very disrespect in Western countries. If you horn to the vehicle, that means you are indicating that you are not a good driver. That is the way they think. So coming back to my brothers, the question asked that is, Guru, you are still healthy, you are very dynamic, active. What you will do after retirement, 62? So after he said that, I got started thinking, what I will do after 62? Should I watch TV? Should I take my wife to walking? I have never done that. Probably I may cook, because at that time she may get frustrated. I have already cooked you. Now you don't have any job. So you start cooking. Probably I should learn. So cooking. So what I thought, that is the question that is actually. But when he said that, I realized that I should have also opened a company or something like that, so that I won't be retired. So his concern is that what I can't do. I can't sit at home. So I want to be an industrialist. I want to do something, especially. It may to my own benefit as well as the benefit of the companies, because he has now around 10 students, 10 people who is training. 5 of them are master degree, 1 is PhD, and 5 of them are BSc. So he's actually employed 10 people. So he's actually caring about the 10 families. That is actually, I thought, more noble. So the question, particularly the global leadership on this theme, on the science theme. See, science theme and the global leadership is completely different. In science, you can't be a leader. We call him a leader because, see, Masaki Sensei is working as a good research. That is why you call him as a leader. There is no leadership in science, but leadership is actually in the business. But the point of putting this theme, as I come to know, when I read more about the government policies, they said that we should actually train our young students for particularly to take up the company jobs, open the company, startups. So don't actually expect this type of mentality that I should get a government job, I should get a good wife. That's fine. You will get a better wife if you get more money compared to what is government job. So now look at the other way. We are not permanent. Then why should you expect that our job should be permanent? So my father is doing, your job is permanent. My job is permanent. I am not permanent, right? See, job is always there, but I won't be permanent. I will be just gone for 30 years. The point is looking at that. So whenever you have a short time, particularly start for the global leadership. Be a leader. You are the young. We are already getting into that middays and then passing the middays probably. The young students particularly come with this option of opening the new ideas, bringing the new ideas to that. Lot of startups have been coming up. So the global leadership will come like that. So probably someday they will invite someone from the BK college, because I always said that BK college students are in our master degree. I always said that BK college students, where are you from? BK college Chikodi. I always respected them because BK college Chikodi has sent the fantastic students. I always look at that first whenever the project selection happens, or the PhD if I need, I ask where are you come from? BK College Chikodi. Yeah, okay. That's good, because I know that they will work hard. This Shruti is there this time. She got ranked. Yours, Shruti Korbu. Actually, I also wanted her in the project, so unfortunately we could not get her. But look at the way she works. She's very dedicated. She asks a lot of questions, particularly not in the classroom, but if she comes to the chamber, sir, I want to answer this type of questions. So BK College particularly, since the college is also the first college from the Kore, Prabhakar Kore sir, fathers, Basav Prabhu. So I've been here many times actually. I've given a talk here many times on the chemistry particularly. So please, young minds, you have a wonderful life. Sometimes I feel that you were lucky than us. We did not have even the PP. You know the PP? Pakkad mane phone. I used to call from Gulbarga to my father, uncle, nam pappan karitira, because running, no, that meter runs. After sometimes they used to call, papa. That is the way we used to talk. Now you have mobile. You know the advantage of mobile? Not only watching those videos that you may be watching. Social media gives a lot of information, lot of knowledge, lot of connectivity. We met on social media after 10 years. I never seen him in US. We had never seen him in US. We worked together. Although we worked together, he was in Northwestern Chicago, I was in Rochester, North in New York City. So the states were different. We never met. We used to send each other email. Have you work done? Have you done? So we eventually did that and then published in Chemical Science, very good journal. We never met him. After I came back to India and then joined Ranichanam University. I saw his Facebook. He was holding a fish. He's a very, he likes fishing. Every month he goes for the fishing. So I saw him. This is someone I have seen. Then I said that this is Masaki. Then I wrote on their Facebook itself, hey, what are you doing? He said that I joined Saga University. I said that, can I come as a British fellow? Oh, you want to come? Yeah, why don't you come? Then I applied for the British Fellowship and then we got the British Fellowship. That is where we met in 2022. After we met, I said that let us write some project. And then he said, okay, we'll write the project. First time it was rejected. Second time it was rejected. That is the DST JSPS is a very competitive. They select only 15 among 175. Most of them are given to the IIT people. You can read the list of 22. I am the only from State University. All of them from IITs, IASs. So third time he said that, Guru, this is last time. They are not actually supporting us. They are not interested in our project. This is last time we tried. I said, okay, this year last time. Because he knows that I won't leave. This year last time, I said that this year last time we will apply. And eventually we got into that. So he could visit India. He could come to India. Very skeptic to come to India. Because the world media actually tells about usually bad things about other countries compared to the other things, So he's very, Guru, how is in India? I said that you come down. It's very nice to experience rather than telling. See, if I sit and tell, we have a very good college, like the BK college, Chikodi is there, then we have this. Instead of that, you come here, then you experience. And first time when he come, then he said that, Guru, India is not exactly like what I thought. So thinking is very different. So he appreciated India only except driving. So for him, the driving is the one big problem, except that he actually enjoys staying here. He eats everything. He tries hard food. He tries everything what he can do. See, now his picture of India is very different. I thought that he will come only one time because it's way different from the Japan, the total disciplined Japan to the very chaotic India. We have chaos, but we have our own beauty. That is a different thing. So then I thought, when I said next time, no, I'm coming. Oh, that's good. I think so. India, he actually liked India to, and then he came to second time. So I'm very happy for that. So then Sidhu sir actually asked me, Guru sir, can you bring Masaki Sensei? Though I wrote him, he's very open to the challenges. He said that let us go. Let us talk to the students. Probably it's a new experience for him as well. So it's actually accepted. So the point I'm saying is that, particularly for the young minds, please dream big, think big. Just don't leave these type of things. You see, life is not just to spend for 1 minute, because you will never earn 1 minute. You may earn 1 billion. You may earn fantasy, but you will never earn 1 minute, because 1 minute of life is very, very precious. For that, please think about that. Don't think about the small things. Your fathers might have done that. I have done that. I'm 55 guy, I have done that. I'm not successful. I'm not saying that I'm successful. I'm just trying to be somewhat, at least. So why can't you do that? You are much more smarter than these, particularly the young generation is much more smarter, much more informed than what we were. So why can't you take the opportunity? Remember that life is only one. You have only one life. How you want to live that life is the most important thing. You want to be 11 to the 10, or you want to be someone one different from the 10. That is that all matters. And for the faculty members, you are more learned than me. You are more educated than me. You are more experienced than me. I can see that. Please do, as you always do, encourage the students. Encourage the students to think out of the box. Think out of the box. We are 1.4 billion people. You have to be different to be among them. See, you don't be among them. Be different among them. Be, do something which is not exactly done. Think about the barriers. Don't put the barriers. Think beyond the barriers. Think beyond what we call it as conservative. All these things possible with this. Okay. So for students again, Science Day is a precious day. Remember the Raman. Remember his biography. Particularly read when you are down, when you think that you can't do anything. Read the autobiography of Nobel laureates. Read the autobiography of great people. All are coming from the background, humble background. All are coming from the rural areas. Rural area students are much more smarter than the. I already told in the class as well that the city students. The reason is that we know that hunger is there in us, and we grow with the nature compared to the city students. I always tell that RLS students actually very good in organizing the events that we have that in city in Bangalore. I'm not saying that they're bad. They're more interested in the presentation rather than us. For us, what we lack is presentation. You may be brilliant, but presentation. So please keep working on that. I am sure that you have a wonderful, wonderful career. If you really focus on the career, if you really focus on understanding this nature, there is no better place, there is no better way, particularly the India, that is the way that is we are developing, that is the way we are actually progressing economically. So have the soul of India, then to think about the progress. I wish you all the best. Thank you for inviting me. Great opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us. Now it's time to felicitate today's guest, Professor Masaki Moridani. So I request dignitaries on the dais to join.
Hi, it's Dave. Reverse. Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the science, right?
You want pointers?
I have a point.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? It's okay? Okay. Oh.
Sometimes it gives a problem.
Okay.
Can we copy that your
Yeah, sure.
PowerPoint in pen drive?
Sure.
And then we'll connect our laptop.
Yeah.
Open the PPT.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I watched this. Wait. Okay. Okay. So now I'm Indian people, right? Actually, this is second time to come here. Last year I came here and then I got this costume. Is okay. So I really love to wear this costume. So, oh, sorry. All right. So first of all, I would like to thank to all organizers and the faculties and students. And I want to say I'm sorry for my delay. So maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I was delayed. Because the biggest differences between Japan and India is time restrictions. So in Japan, the time is very restricted. So many trains, buses is coming on time, really coming on time. So if you delayed the 1 minute, you can miss the train. So like that. So Guru said, I cannot adapt the Indian traffic. So I'm wondering, so Indian people is not very strict on the time, about the time, but why people is rushing? I cannot understand why it's going to happen. Anyway, okay. So I and Guru Sensei collaborated for 10 years, and then we got a fund from the Indian government, DSP, and Japanese government, JSPS, by later collaborations fund. So this fund is covers my travel. So I don't pay anything. So and then in India, Guru Sensei paid all my stuff. So I'm so happy. Anyway, so our project title is EPR and endol studies on model complexes from metal enzyme. So my major is studying on the metal protein and metal enzymes. So before talking about my recent research, I would like to introduce by myself. So here is a world map. So do you know, student? I know, faculty knows. The students, do you know where is Japan? Oh, really? No one doesn't know. no one knows where is Japan. Okay, so do you know where is India? Okay. Now I'm comfortable. Okay, so we are here now, and Japan is here. So west of Asia, and then tiny islands. So we have 150 million people, so much less than Indian people. 10 times less. And then island is maybe 100 times less. I don't know exactly number, but Japan is very small. And then small country, and we have 150 million people, so it's very crowded. Okay. So here is expanded Japan. So we have mainly 1, 2, 3, 4 islands. So this is Central Island. Okay. Here's another question. Do you know the Japanese capital cities? Okay. So where is Tokyo? Here. So yeah, Tokyo is really middle of Japan. And then Yokohama is very nearby, which is second biggest city in Japan. And then Osaka is here. Actually, I was born in Nara. Nara is a neighbor of Osaka. Osaka is third biggest city in Japan. And then I want to say, so Nara is a first Japanese emperors living in the city in Nara. So history is beginning from Nara. So I'm really proud of that. But it's small towns. And Guru Sensei is also staying in Nara for 2 years. Okay. 2 years. So Nara is a really good place for most of us. Okay. So here is Kyoto. Kyoto, Osaka, Nara, Kobe is very nearby each other. And then Hiroshima is here. So Hiroshima is maybe so famous for the atomic bomb place, the first atomic bomb. So it's very sad. But anyway, so Fukuoka is here. So this is Kyushu Island. Fukuoka is the biggest city in Kyushu Island. I'm currently living in the Fukuoka cities. Okay. And then Saga is here.
It's not listening yet.
Ah, okay. Right.
Check.
What? I bring?
Check.
Hello. Right. Okay. So, I'm a faculty. Thank you. So, okay. I'm from Saga University. So Saga is next neighbor of Fukuoka. So this is Saga Prefecture, and the Saga here is Saga University. So this is Japanese characters, Saga University. Actually, Daigaku means university. So this is Daigaku. And Saga is very suburb, but so here it's like mostly green. Most Japan's in cities almost no green, but Saga has so many greens, so it's good to me. And then we have Balloon World Cup Festival in Saga, and then we have World Heritage, and here is squid. So we can eat the raw squid. So this guy is still moving. But the taste is very good, sticky and sweet. But if you have a chance to come to Fukuoka or Saga Prefecture, please try it. It's really good. I know some people doesn't like it. Okay, yeah, squid is very nice and famous. And then we have a lot of hot spring. So in Japanese cultures, we take a bath. So hot spring, take a bath together. I think it's weird, right, for you. But it's good. So please challenge. And then seaweed is also very famous. So this is for sushi and rice bowl, like that. Okay. So I would like to, before starting my introductions, research topics, I would like to introduce how to get my career. I was born in, as I mentioned, and then I moved to Osaka for the undergraduate school, Osaka University. And then subsequently, I went to the master course of Osaka University and PhD course. And then after getting my PhD degree, I moved to the Riken. Riken is the biggest Japanese government research institute, science research institute. And then we have a big X-ray facilities in nearby Kobe. So I spent 1 year in Riken Spring 8 Center as a postdoc. After my first postdoc, I moved to Chicago. Chicago is around here. So minimum temperature is minus 20 degrees Celsius. So permanent job in Japan. So one of professors, Kitagawa sensei, support to me. Kitagawa sensei is famous for resonance Raman spectroscopies. Actually, Kitagawa sensei initiated the resonance Raman technique to the metal proteins. He's a pioneer. So his research target is heme proteins. So you know heme proteins. The most famous heme protein is hemoglobin. You have so many hemoglobin in your blood cell. So hemoglobins transport the molecular oxygen from lung to the all organisms. So Kitagawa sensei assigned all bending mode and vibrational mode of heme. So his paper is referred so many researchers. I didn't know so that today is a Raman ceremony before coming here. So actually, Guru Sensei told me last night. So I mean, I would like to say about Kitagawa Sensei because Kitagawa Sensei is just passed away last week. So I mean, I have really sad, and that is a big loss of Japanese science society. But anyway, so I heard that today is a Raman ceremony from Guru Sensei. So maybe Kitagawa Sensei is seeing me, and then please introduce about Kitagawa Sensei. So I'm so happy to introduce about him here. So, okay. So Kitagawa Sensei is a big professor. All right. Okay. So my research target is understanding of the protein and enzymes. Especially, I really love the metal proteins and metal enzymes. So 1/3 of proteins contains metals. Irons, manganese, copper, zinc, magnesiums, calciums, and molybdenum, tungstens, blah, blah, blah. So saying, so why sky is blue? It's a really good questions. For me, it's why is all life, all animals, humans, bacteria is alive? It's very curious to me. So most of life phenomena is based on the protein work and the enzyme work. So to know how to live, we need to know how to work the proteins. So our research target is to know the function of protein and enzymes. On the other hand, enzymes catalyze the chemical reactions. Most industrial catalysts takes some cost, high pressures, high cost catalysts, and high temperature, something like that. So it's not good for the environment. But enzyme can work the catalytic reactions in the ambient environment. So room temperatures, normal standard pressures, and less energies. Normally just consume the ATP. So enzyme is a really good biological substance for highly efficient reaction catalysis. So If we can know how to work the enzyme, we can make an artificial enzyme for industrial use and green chemistries. So that is our research goals, to know how to write and to know how to work the highly efficient catalyst. So we are looking for the, let's say, strange bacteria from hot spring, and this is actually taken from the Antarctic Sea. So these cells is taken from the Antarctic Sea, so southern oceans. So they can live in the below 0 degree Celsius. And we are taking some bacterium from deep seas, 2,000 meter deep. So they can arrive, they can survive such a strange extreme conditions. So how to adapt? So we really want to know. Okay, so I skip. So, okay. So my lab use electron spin resonance techniques, which is elucidate the electronic structure of the active site of beta protein and enzymes. And also we use the X-ray crystallography. So we crystallize the proteins and X-ray diffractions. Okay. Okay, here is one of example of the why we research on the enzymes. So here is the activity with temperatures. So normal industrial catalyst has almost less activity at the cold temperatures. But when the temperature is increased, the activity is exponentially increased. Protein enzyme is also like that. But the different point is suddenly activity is dropped, because protein is consists of the amino acid. So when the temperature increased, amino acid is destroyed. Namely, 3D structure of protein is destroyed. So we call the denatured. So protein stability is important to this point. So we call this temperature is optimum temperatures. If you can increase the stability of enzymes, optimum temperature increase, so activities, maximum activities getting higher. Okay. So optimum temperature is almost equal to the thermal stabilities in case of enzymes. On the other hand, enzyme isolated from the bacterium living in the cold temperature, such as southern oceans and deep sea, something like that. They have higher activity at the cold temperature. But the problem is less stability. In textbook, this reason why cold adapted enzyme has highly flexible structures. So that's why if the temperature increased, structure is easily destroyed. And then lost the functions, lost the activity. But this is big advantage to use by artificially. I mean, so now we try to increase the stability for the cold adapted enzyme. If it's achieved, higher activity at cold temperature and the optimum temperature is increased. So it is good catalyst for the industrial use. So that's why we are studying on the enzyme from the bacterium isolated from Southern Ocean and deep seas currently. Okay. So here is my research talk. In the last, I would like to our program in Saga universities. Actually, here, all of students, also here. Okay, so this is good. I will tell you, we have one postgraduate